Hello, Hood students. Good afternoon. Today, I'm going to read the story Wemberly Worried. And after I read the story, I'm going to give you a writing prompt. I loved seeing all of your drawings from last week. So this is the story Wemberly Worried. The author and the illustrator is Kevin Hanks. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things, I wanted to make sure you were still there. Little things, and things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the crack in the living room? What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made? What if there's a snake inside? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? Petal's lost forever. I found her, sweetie. I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. I loved school. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." The end. So in this story, Wemberly, the main character, worries a lot. If you worry about something, it means you're scared about it. It means you're not sure what's going to happen. So something that Wemberly did when she was feeling worried was she rubbed the ears on her stuffed animal. So I want you to think about something that you do when you feel worried. And then, here's our objective. You're going to write and draw a picture about what you do to help you feel better. So here is our objective. Students will be able to write and draw something that makes you feel better when you're worried. So remember, if you're feeling worried, it means you're feeling nervous about it or unsure. So the thing you're doing is writing and drawing. And what are we writing and drawing about? We're writing about something that makes us feel better when we're worried. So a sentence frame to help us is "when I feel worried." So I'll write that. I'm going to start with a capital letter. When I feel worried, and I'm going to draw a blank, so that's what you're going to fill in. And then we're going to end with a period. When I feel worried, blank. So if Wemberly was writing this sentence, she would say, "When I feel worried, I rub my stuffed animal's ears." Here's my example. I started with our sentence frame, "when I feel worried," and I wrote, "When I feel worried, I call my mom." And then here's a picture of me. You can tell I'm feeling worried because I have kind of a sad face, like I'm sad or unsure about something. And I'm talking to my mom, who's going to make me feel better. So I want you to think about something that you do if you feel worried. It could be that you talk to someone. It could be that you have a stuffed animal. It could be a special place in the house you like to go. And you're going to start with the sentence frame, "when I feel worried." I can't wait to see your writings and drawings.